Good evening, peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Saturday. Shout outs to my poets, writers, content creators, MCs, painters, authors, all that good stuff. Love y'all. Happy related Juneteenth to all my brothers and sisters out there. Shout outs to everybody, man, who's been tapping in with me over the last couple of months. Thank you for giving your input, your feedback, your critique, all that. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Thank you for being here. We have some stuff to discuss here. I got to give a shout out to the gentleman who was giving these recaps. I want to say this before I play this clip. He has multiple clips, but I only want to highlight this one in particular. And disclaimer: do your own digging, look them up, see for yourself, and draw your own conclusions. What I do not want to do is put out any of my opinion without first just making it clear these are my thoughts and my opinions. That does not reflect on nobody else's, nor am I trying to impede on the decisions or the choices thereof after. First, I'm going to do this. We'll put this up here on the screen with me so it's already out the way. The gentleman on the screen is on TikTok. And from what I'm gathering, based off of what I've been listening to, he's actually been sitting in trial for the entire run. I'm going to continue to follow up. But this particular clip right here, I wanted to play because but the main woman that was a part of this whole Tory Lanez situation, Kelsey Harris. She goes and takes a stand, according to his testimony here. And I think people might want to pay attention to this. I'm going to share my thoughts afterwards, but I want y'all to be the first to hear it on this side. Unless you've gotten something different. But that's what we're here for. Anyway, let's roll the tape.
Gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. Gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get.
If I need to play it back, I will. But for those of you who do a rewind of this, take your time with it. She, according to his testimony, being someone who was actually sitting there in person, listening to the entire thing unfold, he says out his own mouth that Kelsey Harris lied about all of it. Let that sink in. They denied his appeal. They dismissed the DNA argument, said, look, that's not enough here, which I thought was absolutely insane in the first place. If I present to you physical evidence that is absolutely impossible for me to have fired this weapon, how then can you still give me a sentencing based on something that physically proves that I had nothing to do with this? Tory Lanez managed to do something in the industry that a number of artists couldn't. He pissed off Rockefeller. He pissed off your princess, Miss Stallion. He finds himself in a scenario trying to intervene and prevent things from turning ugly. It doesn't work out that way. There's video evidence and audio that shows that she stepped on glass, that she was never shot. There's contradicting video footage and audio that supports all of everything that has been presented. And then now we are here. This is dated the 19th of this month. And look, I have another clip. I wasn't going to play it, but I'm going to probably play it anyway. We have another clip. And it's unfortunate that the law doesn't work the way that it's supposed to in all actuality. You put the right person in a line of fire to protect someone else, sacrifice them, use these toxic ideologies to work in your favor against a third party who was innocent of all of it. Let them be the fall guy. And then move on with your life and try to make people forget about it. Nobody's forgetting about it. At least I'm not. She says, I lied because I didn't want the ramifications for it. I'll play it one more time.
Crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. Gets crazier.
Yeah. Look, there's way more to it. I wish that this was a more lengthier clip, because there's other pieces that I need to bring up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. There's another part here that he mentions, but I want to add that people can be so selfish that they are literally willing to throw you under the bus to avoid accountability. Case in point, her. For her to sit there and lie, she was only thinking about herself. But you know damn well you're the one who fired shots. Destroyed somebody's career, or at least you attempted to, because apparently this man just streamed like a billion songs or something like that from prison, outselling everybody. So he just broke a whole nother record without even being out here in the street with the rest of us. I know y'all hate that. I know you hate it when you try to do dirty to people and they still got grace and mercy on their side, to the extent that they can still show God's glory and his power without having to be in the same room as you. That has to have you see them. Let me play this clip.
Finished testifying, and then I saw something that we should all be embarrassed about as Americans in court. And if I'm wrong, there was a lot of people in that courtroom. Kelly testified. The prosecutor got him to say, hey, look, I saw the short guy with his arms in the air and the gun going off. And it went off about 5 times. And then the defense went up there and said, hey, did you see the woman going towards back into the car? And did you see the muzzle flash go off with her? He said yes. And was there a struggle and everybody was fighting? And he said yes. Then I saw the prosecutors ask the judge that if Tory Lanez takes the stand and testify, we want to talk about his rap lyrics. We want to talk about the tattoos of his guns. We want to talk about how he was arrested in 2019 for something and he was arrested in 2020 for something. We want to talk about he's recently been arrested for August Alsina. The prosecutors, the people of the state of California, that's who they represent. That's the name. It's the people versus Daystar Peterson. The people, they don't really want to talk about the case anymore. They don't really want to talk about what happened on that evening. Finished testifying.
Our judicial system is a whole circus. That was the day before when he posted that one. So this one is them basically saying, look, it ain't got nothing to do with the shooting, but we're going to try and grasp at straws and use whatever we can to assassinate the person's character so that it fits our narrative. Trash. Absolutely trash. I can understand if the brother was absolutely innocent and he did something wrong, but for y'all to be going out of your way to spend all of this money, to use all your resources in such a way that just like you're not even doing it for the right reasons. Disgusting. Disgusting work. Disgusting work. As more comes out, I'm gonna stay tuned because I need to hear it. I need to know how this is going to turn out because it's looking like there's a good chance if they got the right judge, they got the right people proceeding over this go around, and they ain't got their hands in somebody's pocket, we might be getting somewhere finally with this, man, because there's people who have done 30, 40 years for something they ain't do. There's a brother who just got out. That man been in jail since, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 1965 or some. It was a long, long time. Cuz was in there forever. He just got out. He ain't got no life. His entire life was in the system. Y'all be doing people dirty like that and expect things to be normal and life to just go back to the way what? Nah. Free Tory Lanez. My thoughts and prayers go out to him. Keep fighting, keep doing your thing. Shout out to your family, to your lawyer, your whole team, man, that keep on fighting for you. I love that type of loyalty, man. Real talk.